Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Dark here. Today, we'll be talking about breeding in Axie Infinity. Is it profitable as they say it is, or is it just a myth? Let's find out. For those who are new and have never heard of breeding yet, breeding is both a mechanic in the game and a method to mint NFT Axies. This was all designed by the Sky Mavis team, and honestly, kudos to them. It's an amazing method to introduce new Axies into the Lunacia universe. Because of breeding, players can combine moves and parts of different Axies, and this allows them to theory craft and actually create new PvP builds that haven't even existed yet. Those who are more profit-oriented may also see many benefits to this, as they can rent newly bred Axies out to scholars and other individuals, or they can even simply sell them on the market to make a sweet profit. Hold on though, breeding isn't free. To breed, you need to burn Smooth Love Potions, also known as SLP, which you can earn from playing the game. You also need to burn some Axie Infinity Shards, also known as AXS, for every breed. For some context, some may consider AXS tokens as the premium token of Axie Infinity. And not surprisingly, these shards are much harder to obtain, as newly minted AXS is only currently available to prize winners for ranked play and other competitions. This can be an issue, as not everyone is a top PvP master or a god at card games. However, for those of you out there, there is a very simple solution to this. As SLP and AXS are both NFTs, this means that you can easily buy these tokens from exchanges such as Uniswap and Binance. As of today, August 22nd, 2021, the current prices of SLP stands at around 15 cents USD, and AXS stands at around $75 USD. It's also important to note that the SLP cost to breed increases with every breed you accrue on a given Axie. The AXS cost, however, remains fixed at 2 AXS per breed. Obviously, disclaimer, this could change in the future, but for at the moment, these are the current rates. What this means though is that breeding 2 0 breed count Axies 3 times will only cost you 1800 SLP, while breeding 2 3 breed count Axies 1 time will cost you a whooping 1500 SLP. And that's quite the large jump if you think about it. And it only keeps increasing from there until each Axie has reached the maximum number of breed counts, which is 7. Now that we have a basic grasp on how the breeding system works, what exciting and profitable things can you do with breeding? Well, first of all, you can create breeding farms, which can be considered the most lucrative revenue generator in all of Axie Infinity. These farms are completely self-sustaining and scale indefinitely. For those business gurus out there, this will definitely tickle your appetites, as this means that with only a single initial investment, you can pump out new Axies almost indefinitely, with 0 additional capital needed. But before we fully dive into breeding farms and how somebody would set one up, there is one key mechanic that plays a huge role in all of this. There is no funky family business within Axie Infinity, so you cannot breed Axies that share any parents. This includes full siblings and half siblings. You also can't breed parents with children. We have to obviously keep things PG and appropriate over here. However, with that being said, breeding cousins or kids with grandparents or nephews with aunts and uncles is no issue whatsoever. So now that we got most of the fluff out of the way, let's get into the juicy details. There are multiple ways to start a farm, but the simplest would be what we consider within the community as an ABCD farm. To start an ABCD farm, you need 4 Axies. Preferably, we want all 4 Axies to have all similar genes and parts so that your outcomes remain consistent. That's very key. Generally, the higher the purity, the better the parents. As you can see over here, we have our 4 parents: Albert, Bella, Christopher, Donna. These are our 4 very lovely parents that will be doing a lot of woohooing for us. For simplicity's sake, we will assume that Albert costed 0.55 ETH, Bella costed 0.6 ETH, Christopher was a bit pricier and costed 0.65 ETH, and lastly, Donna, we got out of a really nice steal for 0.5 ETH. Parents A and B would breed 4 times, and this would give us kids AB1 all the way to kid AB4. These eggs will take 5 whole days to hatch, and it's good to note that these 4 breeds will cost 3,300 SLP and 8 AXS. Then you can breed parents C and D into kids CD1 all the way to CD4. Now you should have 8 Axies, which can breed with each other, as any of the AB kids can now breed with any of the CD kids since they're only cousins and they're not related. This will be the beginning of the self-sustaining farm. You can also sell any of the children that don't turn out nicely as well, and keep continuing this process to generate profits. For simplicity's sake, let's assume the average child of these 8 eggs are worth 0.45 ETH. This will give us the following ROI, which is amazing considering that this is just in the span of a couple weeks. You can continue this process as much as you want, but you generally want to keep at least 4 parents from each breeding cycle, as that allows you to continue breeding without having to buy new parents off the market. These farms can then expand and develop as much as you want as long as demand remains, which currently isn't an issue, as demand has only been spiking and rising exponentially in the past months. In fact, we just reached 1 million daily active users. Additionally, since the breeding cycles are fairly short, 5 days to be exact, time is very important in this line of business. So sometimes getting the capital today is worth more than getting a nicer margin on a sale. It's also good to note that there are multiple ways to set up breeding farms, but for the sake of today's video, we won't be getting into those methods. However, with that being said, the ABCD is definitely the fastest and simplest option to start up a breeding farm.